What is up, guys? It is VamireCat Productions here with another episode of VamireCat Games, and once again today I will be playing Highway Rider. Now, like I just said, as I have said, I have played this game before in the past. I've not done very many gameplays on this. I believe I've done like one previous gameplay, and that's from like a year ago. But it's one of my most viewed videos, so I decided I should do another Highway Rider. So let's get right into the game with arcade mode. So my current challenge is to score 10 close calls. Let's see if I can do it. So one of the things I do when I'm playing this game is I try to not force the close calls too much, because when I try to force close calls, like, obviously, I mean, you have to kind of force them a little bit. Like, if you force them too much, then you're more likely to get in a crash, like, trying to get your close calls too quickly. So I just kind of drive down the center median a little and see if I actually score a close call or not. Like, there I did. So I'm up to 4 close calls now. Whoa, holy shit. I try to avoid looking at I used to look at it a lot, but I've been trying to avoid looking at the close call meter, because that's another thing that comes to my demise. I look down for a split second, see how many close calls I have, and bam, I'm fucking dead. So we got 8. Yes! Dude, holy shit, I thought I was gonna hit that. 10 close calls. So let's just continue riding and see how far we get. Oh, holy fuck. And as soon as I said that, I killed myself. And I also get sued by that fucker for ramming my bike into the windshield. Also, I'm bleeding out to death. So let's ride again. See, what's our challenge now? Travel 3 miles without scoring. That's easy. That's one of the easier ones. You just have to stay completely away from everything, which I have no problem with, because I don't like speed. I mean, it's fun to speed up in this game, but I crash a lot, so I just gotta avoid this truck. Holy shit, there's another truck up there. So basically, the only thing I don't like about this is it's basically when you score the travel however many miles without scoring, that's basically you just have to drive that distance like a normal person. But one thing I don't like about this game is it's distance measuring. Like, I bet, yeah, see, there's no way that was 3 miles. That was like, in real life, that would maybe be a mile. I mean, the speed I'm traveling, even, that would maybe be a mile that I've traveled. But no, it's 3 miles. What in the actual fuck? Another thing I don't like about this, I don't know, have you ever noticed how there's a lot of games, like, they're set in the United States, it's like a racing game set in the United States, but you can see, look at this, they've clearly got Euro license plates, so it's made by a Euro company. They can bother to make a realistic Interstate 5 sign and stuff, but they can't bother to put realistic US plates on it. Like, even small, shorter rectangle plates would look better than that. I don't care if they're official looking or not, just small, short rectangles instead of long Euro plates. It makes no sense. And then another thing is how they have the sign set up, so it's on I-5, and no matter which one you're on, it's always I-5, but... And I'm dead. It always shows you down in Southern California. It always shows you down in Southern California, and it always is like by this, it's just like about 12 miles from this one town. Then it's about so many miles to LA, and then for some reason it lists Portland, Oregon as the next town after LA. Like, and it's like over 1,000 miles away, and I'm like, what in the actual hell? Why in the fuck are they? Why does it have Portland on? Like, I don't know if I can pause it. No, that's not a sign. I'll try to pause it at some point. I don't know if you've played this game or not. Right here. Let's try to pause it right now. And fuck. Well, yeah, it's really hard to pause it in just the right positions to... And I didn't even catch what the challenge was. Because I was too busy. Like, here's another one. Like, you have Encinitas, Los Angeles, and Portland. And that's like, what, 1232 and then like 1200. And fuck. Bitch. Well, that just happened.
Ow, my
Shut the fuck up, you whiny bitch. So let's go back to the main menu. And let's unlock Laura. Now I get to be a hippie girl, yeah. Let's go. I got my bell-bottom jeans on, bro. Yeah. And let's give her this cool, awesome red bike because, oh my god. And yeah, let's ride. And you know, because she's a hippie, let's just say she stole some weed and now she's heading through metropolitan California, you know? Yeah. Another thing is, that skyline in the distance does not remind me of the Los Angeles skyline. It reminds me of the Portland skyline. And if you look on that red square, to me that looks like a rose to me. I've never been able to get a clear shot of it, but it appears to me to look like a rose, signifying it's the Rose City. So that would make even less sense to have a game based in America with Euro plates and on a Californian highway, way down even further past frigging Los Angeles, and then you can see Portland in the distance. Like, there's already so much about this game that doesn't make sense. You don't need to add the fact that Portland is in the distance to that. Like, what in the... Oh, travel 6 miles. Jesus, the 6 miles I think was even somehow shorter than the 3 miles I had to travel without scoring. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I guess maybe... Holy shit, 3 fucking cop cars. What in the fucking hell? What the fuck was that shit? That was bullshit. There is no way you could have passed that. That's like the biggest bullshit I've ever seen. That has to be a glitch. If that's something that regularly happens, that's bullshit. I mean, I understand it's just a game, but I mean, there was no way to pass that. Like, I mean, I guess if you're really careful, but there's like they're closing in on you. Like, cop cars like hardly ever change lanes in this game. They just stick to one lane and then rear end a semi truck. At least that's how they were last time I played this. But you know, they've added a lot of new features and graphics that this game didn't have last time. Fuck you, bitch. That was... No. Well, I guess my insurance rates are going up. At least I get to roll a joint while I'm riding my bike, bro. She does really, I mean, she's got the bell bottoms. She really reminds me of like a hippie type person. Like the way she talks and the way she's dressed in this game. And once again, I failed to see what the challenge was, so I guess I just have to see, just hope that I meet the challenge at some point. See, that's what happens when you're too busy talking. You focus too much on the game and you don't see what your challenge is. But what's she gonna do? And I'm talking a lot more in this game. Like the last gameplay I did, like some of the last gameplays I've done, I didn't really talk as much. And then some asshole, I mean, I don't really care about their opinions anyways. People complain about me just playing a game and like it's just being gameplay. It's obviously not just gameplay. Now, obviously, there's no face cam to show my reactions or anything. But you can still hear my voice. And I mean, I'm going to try, when I get some money, I'm going to try to upgrade this app though. You can quote-unquote donate to the developer. Oh, 10 close calls again. Okay. And see, as soon as I look away from what I'm doing, then I crash. But you have to quote-unquote donate to the developers, which is a nice way of putting, you have to pay for the app on there, and I can then get the front camera and record my ugly ass face. One thing I just like about this game though is the fact that it's like I don't even know. So one thing that I've encountered that's really bad in this game is the amount of ads. Now, luckily they don't pop up ads when you're writing, which I love that. But the second I end this game, now you haven't seen any ads, but that's because I've cut them all out. But they pop up ads constantly, and it's annoying as all hell. Like, I mean, luckily I can like X through them, but it's just really annoying. Another thing I found really interesting, and I don't know if maybe the stats on this game are just really fucked up, or there's a lot of fake accounts, but I've seen that there's a lot of celebrities that have played this game. I don't know if they still play it, but they have played this game. Like, because I have a bunch of celebrities in my circles on here. I was going to play multiplayer, and I found a bunch of people. I saw like David Spade and a few other famous people in here in my circles. What the what the shit was that? What, and then the fucker runs right through the, what the hell even is this game anymore? What in the actual hell is this game anymore? I seriously want to know, what the fuck is this game? Okay, so our next challenge is to close call 3 construction sites, and I am now back in arcade mode, so yeah. The construction sites, in my opinion, are the hardest because you have to force yourself really close, and as I said before, forcing yourself to close call can sometimes be bad. Now, if I could have rammed over, but usually when you fly across the screen to get to something or to avoid something, that leads to your demise because there's no way you can straighten it back out in those cases. Okay, so I've close called 2 construction sites so far, so I just need to find one more construction site. And that was not, well, that was a construction site, but that was not a close call. There we go, 3 construction sites close called. And let's see how far we can get. So another thing I like to do in this game, not usually during gameplay, but I like to collect as many, like I never use the boost tanks because they're just stupid, because I crash quick, and I crash, you like to say, when I crash. But I crash quick enough as it is. But what I like to do is I like to build up my 175. Okay, I like to build them up and then see how fast I can get going, like without having a close call. So let's see if I can get up. That should have been a bit more. And I just wasted a boost tank. I should have waited until that was full. If I would have waited until that was full, I could have easily gotten 175. And then the only problem though is once you hit that speed, if you use a boost tank, you still have to make one close call before you crash to make it register. So that's one thing I don't like. You could be right at 75, but you have to get just over that. You have to make one more close call to register it.
Mom, you're in my engine.
So let's see if I can get this goal. Probably not. I'm gonna have to probably build up a lot of boost tank, but we'll see. One thing I honestly hope that holy shit, that was close. I hope that nobody messages me during this. And now that I said that, I'm probably going to get a message from one of the people that I messaged about multiplayer, or my girlfriend probably. Which I wouldn't mind getting a message from my girlfriend. I tried to message her earlier this morning and she didn't know. Bitch. This fucking... I need to focus on the game and not talk so much. But I messaged her earlier this morning. I mean, she's not... I don't think she's much of a morning person, because I message her a lot in the morning and she doesn't message, but like, she's more like, I don't know why, but she always seems to message me more at night. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that though. It just kind of bothers me that she doesn't want to talk to me in the morning. I mean, I don't care if she has a full conversation with me, but it'd be nice if she could at least say hi to me, you know, before just ignoring me. I mean, ignoring me, that this kind of hurts, but I mean, I understand if there's something she's doing in the morning, but I mean, when at night, in the evening when I message her, she usually tells me that she's busy or something, but when I message her, I guess she's just not much of a morning person, like I said. But I don't, yeah. Also, as you can see, I've been in first person. Now I can go to third person, but I can't. I'm weird. Like, most people can only play in third person, or only like to play in third person. I'm the opposite. I can play kind of, but I like the experience. And then there's also there's bird's eye view, but I prefer the view of first person, of the POV type of ride, in my opinion. I think it's just easier. Now, of course, with these wide handle motorbikes though, that makes it harder because you can't tell how close your handlebars are, because you can only see the edges of the handlebars in here. So I have no idea how close my handlebars actually are to these cars. So I just have to hope that I don't clip them with my handlebars and crash and die. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Fuck! Did she just say daddy or mommy? What the actual fuck? I mean, I know it's a character, but what the actual shit?
Do it again.
So, yeah. So basically, like I said, all I'm really focused on right now is building up my boost tanks so that I can get up to 175 without having to do anything too much. Now, like I said earlier, I will still have to attempt to close call a car with the speed that I'm at to register it. So let's, holy shit, hope for the best. And I am going to focus on the game now. Holy shit, that was close. Shit's getting real. That's another thing that pisses me off. It's Euro, it has Euro trucks, and it's in America. What in the actual hell? I bet those are probably like fucking Volkswagens or something. And every car is identical. That's another thing I just like about this game. Now, I love the concept of the game and I love the gameplay. But I just hate how it's so basic. And like that, I die. Another thing you'll notice when playing this game.
Where am I?
You'll notice. You'll notice that when you're at a fairly normal scale when you're riding, but as soon as you crash, for some reason the scale of everything is all whacked out. Like cones are like half the height of a person. Like I'm not talking about like those huge cones that they put on the side of the freeway or to block off a construction area. I'm talking about the average regular cone-shaped traffic cones are like way huge. Everything is just all out of whack. Cars are like everything, and then nothing looks like it's the correct scale once you crash. It makes no sense. But what you gonna do? This game is really starting to piss me off. And I noticed the lag is starting to pick up a little, which is to be expected when recording a game, but this game has done pretty well so far, so I'm not too upset with the lag. I was just about to end this session anyways. What I do is because I have the recorder, the editor I currently have does not allow for me to edit videos much, like, I don't know if like the size or the length or something. You can make videos as long as you want, but the clips you have can only be so long, and then my phone doesn't allow you to split videos over 2 gigabytes. So if it is too long, I can't split it any shorter, so I have to cut it off into about 15-minute segments and just edit that all together. Kind of takes away from the magic of how it looks like one seamless kind of production, kind of edited together as one full gameplay. But you know, I'm all about being real, not fancy Hollywood editing tricks. Oh, hell yeah. And goodbye. How fast was I even going? I was too busy focusing on my gameplay. How fast was I even going? Got you! So now we have to travel 4 miles without scoring. Okay. That's not going to take long because it's going to be like, what, 1 1/10 mile or something? There are so many flaws with this game. I mean, I know it's just a game. I know it's just for fun, but there are so many logical, even simple flaws. Like, I would be happy with this game if they freaking put American plates. That was less than. What in the actual hell is this game? The time it took me to travel 4 miles was less than the time it took me to travel 3 miles in the last freaking non-score challenge. This game has literally no fucking logic sometimes. Good thing it's fun. Well, except for when I crash. I'm a sore loser. You sore pussy loser. You sore loser. You go kill yourself. You fuck. You chubby, bad singing fuck. Okay, I'll kill myself. What the fuck was that scream? Was that someone crashing into a guardrail, or was that someone being brutally murdered in the next fucking Scream movie? Like, was this bitch writing to an audition for, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2? Like, what in the actual hell? Jesus Christ, I've already traveled over 100 miles since I've played this. And I've also gained, like, 15 crashes.
We'll melt faces this time. Been waiting on this.
Survive for 45 seconds. No, it doesn't say you don't have to score, but I prefer to score, that way I don't possibly jeopardize. I swear, this 45 seconds feels like it's longer than the 4 miles I rode in the last challenge. Actually, I'm going to check that timing and see if that's correct or not. I'm going to count how many, I'm going to see how many seconds it takes to get. Yeah, that seems like it was longer than the 4 miles. I'm going to time that, and I'll check in at the end of the video about that, and I'll let you guys know for sure if it was or was not shorter. If it was not shorter, that's just ridiculous. Because you cannot travel 4 miles in under 45 seconds. At 60 miles, it's not even full 60 miles an hour. It's 57 miles an hour. So, like I said, I will check that. And I will let you know at the end of the video whether or not that was the case. And fuck me. Well, that bitch just got hurt. Okay, so I was gonna say her forearm ran over, so that's about where the car ran over. So at least I've had cars run over me. Thanks for watching this episode of VamireCat Games. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave ideas for other games I should play in the comments below.